From Jameson, Taillon.
Yeah, I felt good. In the playoffs, it's all about matching the other guy and not giving up runs. So I didn't necessarily think I had my best stuff, but, I was able to keep us in the game, limit them to one run amidst a little bit of traffic, some uncharacteristic walks. But held them at one, felt like I did my job. But, yeah, that's a tough lineup.
The traffic, how were you kind of able to navigate that without letting it get away?
Yeah, just keep making pitches to safe areas. I wasn't trying to give in to anybody. Probably nibbled a little bit more than I'm used to, but, in the playoffs, that's kind of the way of life. I wasn't willing to miss over the middle of the plate and get burned, especially with runners on. So just keep making tough pitches and either get them to chase or bring it in a little closer and get some weak contact.
Was it hard to keep your emotions in check? You're from Houston, and you're going against one of the greatest pitchers of all time. It's quite a thing.
Yeah, this is a fun place to play. I grew up going to games here. I've been to a few playoff games here over the years. It gets loud. Their fans are passionate. So it was cool for me more than anything, honestly. Just, a little perspective moment for me. Just being out there was definitely a privilege. Just growing up, being a diehard Astros fan and stuff. So, I wasn't overly nervous or anything. I honestly felt more nervous preparing for Game 5 the other day than I did today. Maybe that dry run there kind of got me ready for this moment.
What are some of the challenges? I know you've appeared once in that ALDS, but having not started since really the end of the regular season to get yourself ready to go.
Yeah, coming out of the pen was definitely different, but I'm glad I at least got some in-game work just to keep the body in check and keep the workload going. But yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks since I started a game, so I wasn't sure how long they'd let me go or anything. I was just trying to get guys out and see where it would take me. But yeah, it felt good.
A lot of talent on the other side. Just how difficult is it to navigate yourself through that lineup?
Yeah, it's a really good lineup with a ton of playoff experience. I think that's their 6th ALCS in a row. So, they've played in big moments. They've played under pressure, and they've seen us a good amount. So it's a tough lineup. They do a little bit of everything. You have to have everything going, breaking balls, 4 seams, 2 seams, all over the place. Don't let them look in one area.
You said you grew up going to playoff games. How's the stadium different being on the mound versus?
Well, it used to be Enron when I was coming here as a kid. But yeah, it's different. I grew up. I guess the most different thing is just being on the other side of it. I grew up sitting there rooting for guys like Biggio and Bagwell, and tonight I got to see them behind home plate, which was pretty cool for me.
What's the general feeling about going up against a team like this that won 106 games and, like you said, has been to the ALCS many times in a row?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I honestly really had any feelings about it. They're a good team, so are we. I don't have really time for those emotions. Just got to go out there and make pitches.
Taillon, forgive me if you answered this already, but when Clark came in and got the double play, can you talk about what was going through your mind in the dugout there?
Yeah, that's at that point in time, that was the biggest point in the game. Momentum was on their side. It was really loud in there. And for him just to be able to limit it right there in that moment was huge. So, yeah, at that moment, that was a key point in the game for us.
Jameson, considering how much time they had off that home field, that it didn't seem like your best of your bullpen was available unless you were going to get ahead at some point. Did it feel like the idea is to try to steal a game tonight as opposed as almost anything else? You're not playing with your best, so to speak.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't really know who was available and who wasn't. After seeing how much our guys threw in the last series, it seems like they were always available. So I really didn't know who was up and who wasn't. Stealing a game on the road against Verlander would have been nice, but I don't know if stealing it or just winning period is what we were going for.
What's your reaction as Aaron makes that play in the first inning there?
That was nice. He closed on that ball. I thought off the bat, 100% in the gap. Good defense all around all night, honestly. Big G hasn't played in the outfield in a long time. He made some great plays for me. That Judge catch definitely kind of took some momentum back and put it on our side.
You guys had traffic on the bases all night, too. Do you feel like this series is going to depend on just who connects with the mistake?
Yeah, I think it's going to be timely hitting when guys are on base, capitalizing on having runners on. But credit to them. They bared down and made pitches when they had to.